She's an award-winning writer, a hunting guide, archery and rifle instructor, keynote speaker, and all-around outdoors woman who encourages you to get outside, hunt, fish, shoot, and savor all that life has to offer. And now, here's your host, Mia Anstine.
Hey, hi, hello. It is time for another episode of the Mac Outdoors podcast. I'm happy to be visiting with you again, as always. It's something that is a passion of mine, is to share information with you, but also to answer your questions. And whenever someone asks me a question, I figure if you have the question, somebody else might have the question as well. And that is kind of how the podcast has been going. Originally, when we started out, it was my daughter and we were kind of tailing off of a column that I used to write and a lot of followers who followed Leah and myself. And that's where it started. But then I had a lot of people asking questions. And so we're trying to answer questions here. And hopefully, if you have a question, you will reach out to us, message us on social media, either on Mac Outdoors or Mia Anstine. We're on the major social media outlets, but you can just message us there with questions and I'd be happy to answer them. It's always great to hear from you. I know a lot of you are listening while you're driving and such like that, but if you remember by the time you get to your destination, because when I'm driving, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to do this. And then the thought is gone by the time I get wherever I'm going. But if you do have a question, you want to make a comment, feel free to message on social media or email. The email address is contact@miaanstine.com. And I will answer your questions in one way or another if I can, or I'll find somebody, as today I found a longtime friend from the industry who I've worked with, and I have shared a holster. I've shared some unboxing videos from Falco Holsters. And Falco, I always wanted a shoulder rig holster, and they sent me a shoulder rig. I did an unboxing with that, and I have two of their shoulder rigs, and one of them is black, the other one is a brown, and I love that brown one. It is so soft and supple, and it has adjustments to fit my body, which is tough when you're a petite woman, small torso, and trying to use a shoulder rig. So if you have questions about shoulder rigs, let me know after listening to this episode, because we're going to talk a little bit about them. And I would be happy to share more if you would like to learn more. I would like to introduce you to my friend Martin. I hope you enjoy this episode.
This summer, whether at the range or in the field, WSI Sports Hypertech bamboo tanks, tees, and leggings will have you covered. Visit WSISports.com to support the show and use the affiliate code MACO10 for 10% off your purchase. All products are proudly made in the USA. WSI is bringing back pride in American-made clothing. Again, that code is MACO10 for 10% off your order at WSISports.com.
Hey guys, are you looking for a stylish concealed carry shirt? Check out Tarn Cap Gear. With print-reducing patterns, concealed carry snaps, and minimal branding, Tarn Cap's cloak of invisibility is what you have been waiting for. Visit mia.limited/tarncap and use the code Anstine for 10% off your purchase. Again, that's mia.limited/tarncap and use code Anstine for 10% off your order. Okay, well, I'm so happy that you all are here today, and I wanted to introduce you to one of my friends that I found through the outdoor and shooting industry and through friends, but through that, I have met Martin, and at SHOT Show is where we've met in person, I suppose, but I've also been able to enjoy some of the products that the company Martin works with, and I've tried those out at different events. We've talked in past episodes about Gunsight, where we used offset holsters and belts. And I've also shared with you guys a shoulder rig, which Martin is wearing, it looks like today. But anyways, without further ado, Martin, will you introduce yourself and tell my listeners who you are and what you do?
So my name is Martin Lukačko, and I'm with Falco Holsters as a marketing manager for over 3 years. I don't have I didn't have too much background with guns. I was from the childhood I inclined to guns, but parents always pushed me out from that, like, why do you need guns and everything. But it stayed with me throughout the whole life. I was doing airsoft, and I always wanted to know what is new with handguns, rifles, and stuff like that. And that finally lead me to applying for this position. I'm luckier. I'm glad it was a match, because this is truly a dream to do what I like. To concealed carry, I have a license, like firearms license in Slovakia now. So I practice concealed carry, do sports shooting. I'm able to defend myself and my family, which gives me peace of mind.
Yeah, that is one thing with concealed carry. That's why I carry, is for peace of mind. I always pray that I will never have to use my concealed carry, but I feel more comfortable with an ability to defend myself or my family. And so with Falco Holsters, you said 3 years that you've been with them. I was drawn to Falco Holsters because of the quality that I saw when I saw the product. I would see press releases come through, and then at the trade shows, my future son-in-law, he makes leather holsters, and so he has pointed out flaws in different products and stuff like that. He's kind of tried to educate myself and my family. And so when I saw Falco, I was just really in awe at the beauty of the product and what you guys offer. And so you were saying that when you came to firearms, you didn't have a huge background, but you had a fondness. Did you also have a background with leather products or any of the holsters, or how did you come to that just through Falco?
Yes. Other than leather belts, I didn't have any experience with leather. I learned everything in here, which is also pro, right?
Yeah.
I learned a lot. Like at Falco Holsters, we don't do holsters only out of leather, but also Kydex, hybrids, nylon, concealed carry bags. So there is a lot to it, but leather is definitely our main thing, like our daily bread, because we started with leather falconry gloves, and we are going with it through times. It's timeless.
Yes, it is timeless. And so I'm thinking, I mean, I have a fondness for leather, and for me, it's primarily the natural origin. I like stuff that nature builds, but also I know that there are purposes for the Kydex and different forms. What would be some reasons why someone would want one over another?
Well, I like leather. I like to concealed carry in the leather. So I'm biased, but the main advantage is comfort. That's for sure. Like, I tried Kydex holsters, and nothing compares to leather. Like, it forms to your body. It never leaves you any bruise. When you draw, it's silent. Like, there are multiple advantages. I understand the point that Kydex holsters are, they have maybe better retention, but the same retention can be achieved with leather holsters. For example, our holsters have wonderful retention for decades. So I understand. When you buy maybe some thinner, cheaper leather holster, your experience might not be as good. But when you truly invest in a good leather holster, you would never go back to Kydex, in my opinion.
And do you guys have any of the hybrid that have leather and Kydex on them? Have you guys started making any of those? You have some of those. And are those to kind of compromise for comfort and retention, or what? Why do people want those?
They are they are the best from the both worlds. So leather on the internal side means you have the benefit of comfort, reduced loudness when you draw and reholster. and Kydex presents the safety. Like you would never penetrate even with nail. So hybrids are definitely also a good option. I agree.
And so when you guys are designing holsters, do you start off with someone's idea, or how does an idea come to fruition? How do you guys evolve from just a basic holster into something new?
So the first sparkle when it starts is demand, as in every business. So we need to know that somebody needs something, or the market needs this, or we see gap that nobody has this kind of holster. And then our R&D, to be honest, they think it through. They develop something. I don't have too much insights into that, but I can only see results. Like they are doing a good job.
They're doing a good job. And I agree that they're doing a good job. Recently, I saw a press release about some other new products that you guys launched. Can you tell us a little bit about, it seemed like there was a lot in it. Can you tell us some of the new stuff that you recently...
Yes, so on July 15th, we are going to release a new enhanced timeless holster series. It is based off our traditional timeless holsters. They are basically holsters that we started with. They are the oldest designs we have to this day, and they were really widely appreciated by our customers because of their compatibility with over 3,000 handguns, with over 50 lights and lasers, and because of the full grain Italian leather we used. You would say after so many years they wouldn't be so much appreciated, but really we carried them through years, and to this day few models are in the top 10 best-selling holsters. So honestly, we didn't have to enhance them. We could just have them as they are, but we are a custom holster manufacturer, and we always innovate. We saw that market is moving, and maybe these holsters will be even more appreciated if we improve them. So we looked at the reviews from our customers, contacted experts in the field, editors, writers, and gathered all the good ideas and got to the drawing board. From that point, it was in the hands of the R&D, and they really made a wonderful job with this series. So it's so many things. I would need to categorize them into few blocks. So the first is safety features, then concealed carry features, compatibility features, and attachment options, and material and stitching. So I don't know, which one would you like to start with?
Why don't we, for me, I teach firearms and I teach hunter ed and I teach all kinds of things. So for me, safety is a top priority. Can you tell us a little bit about the safety features to start out?
Sure. So on the new enhanced timeless leather holsters, there will be a reinforced thumb brake with steel. It can be seen also on today's timeless holsters, but this time the steel was put into two pieces of leather, so it doesn't scrape your gun, or it will make it more sturdier. And once you open the thumb brake, it will simply snap. It wouldn't bend, or it will be easier to draw. So you can rely on your holster that it will be 100% always ready to be used. When it comes to the mouth, this is the second feature. When you reholster, you would like to have your holster opened. Even if it is inside the waistband, it is not good when it collapses, because then you have to reholster with two hands, and it might be potentially dangerous. We always do our holsters sturdy so they don't collapse, even under any circumstances. But with T-Series, we made sure it would never happen, because each holster has a piece of leather around the mouth. Even if it is outside the waistband or shoulder holster, all of them are reinforced. So yeah, that's all about the safety features.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the graphics right now, and I'll share them for the listeners. I'll share them if you want to go over to the YouTube. They'll be there, and so you can see the craftsmanship and that reinforced stitching around that opening. But I'm curious, I've had people when they get a new holster, they're frustrated because they are kind of stiff. A leather holster is what we're referring to right now, is the leather.
Mm-hmm.
They're stiff. When we get a brand new holster, what are some of the things that we must do when we get them to kind of break them in when we're first putting our firearms in them? What should we do?
Yeah, this is the same with all leather products. They just have to be broken in. The procedure is very simple. I think you basically need to break the holster in with the alcohol. Do you want to know the wall process, or?
Well, I mean,
I can tell you.
as you said, it's similar with all leather. I mean, I'm thinking of boots right now when you said all products, because I wear a lot of boots. I mean, I don't know if you noticed that when you see people, but every time I see you, I'm probably wearing boots. And I have to break those in as well. Even if they're the most comfortable boots, when I put them on, you generally have to help break them in to form to your foot. And so when the leather holsters are made, they're made specifically for a firearm. But if I'm putting that in and it's a little bit tight, then I'll put the alcohol inside to help loosen that up around the firearm, or just use it all the time to help break it in.
Yeah, you just use it right after the purchase. When you receive the holster, you have to check the fitment. If it is too tight, which happens because leather dries out naturally a little bit, it might shrink. You just have to take your gun, put it into the bag, like plastic bag, and then pour alcohol from the inside. It will open basically the holster to be deformed, or transformed is better word. And then you put the pistol in and leave it like that, maybe for 24 hours should be enough. Once you take the bag with pistol out after 24 hours, it should fit wonderfully. But as you said, with the boots, boots have to be broken in, holsters have to be broken in, but the result always pays off. Like, you have the most comfortable shoes in the planet. It's form fitted on your foot. So that same applies to pistols and holsters.
Yes. And talking about this kind of stuff is making me think about the inside the waistband holsters. Does our body perspiring, does our sweat do anything to the leather, or does it break it down, or is it okay?
Well, when it comes to inside the waistband, the most important thing I noticed is sweat guard. The reality that it is softer and natural, more flexible material means that when you sit, it wouldn't poke you into the belly. And so yes, but there are different designs of leather inside the waistband holster. So if you have platform inside the waistband, it will of course shape around your body and translate, your body shapes, basically your hip.
Yeah. Do we have to clean them or anything?
Yes, that's actually the biggest flaw, that you have to take care of them. When it comes to Falco holsters, they are treated really well when they come from factory. So you have a lot of time until they will dry out. But in the end, like maybe after a year, you would need to put oil on them just to preserve them, conserve them, to make sure they will really last you for decades. But other than that, you only have to check inside of the holster if there is not accumulated dirt or any items that shouldn't be there. But it is the same with all holsters, right? Even Kydex.
Oh, Kydex too. I hadn't even thought of Kydex. What kind of care do we have to do to that? I mean, just make sure that they're clean, or do we have to
Yeah,
use soap or anything?
yeah. A holster should be clean, yes, because you wouldn't like to have dust coming to your trigger guard area. It might make your shooting like harder, and you want to have like the weight of the trigger should be
You don't want any dirt getting in the trigger or anything like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important. Well, thank you for, I mean, that kind of took us on a little bit of a tangent there with different things. I always have things that come in my mind that I'm like, oh, I never thought to ask this before, since I have an expert. So you also talked about with this enhanced timeless series, the concealed carry portions of it. What kind of improvements have you done for that?
So this is my favorite part because, I like to concealed carry. So on all the inside the waistband holsters, there will be claw. I don't know if you already heard about claw. It's like a little device. I will show you in here.
Okay.
This one. So yeah, so it is little device, and it basically pushes from inside to your belt, and in the end, it rotates grip of your handgun snugly towards your body. So there is no printing, or less printing at least. I already tried it. I was lucky enough, and it is really good because normally you see feature like that on Kydex holster, and really few holster companies do it for leather holsters. So I find this really good feature. The same thing was done to the outside the waistband holsters, but with different technique. We designed them with forward molding. This one is harder to explain. Normal pancake style holsters are like symmetrical. They are 50-50. The shapes of leather come around your gun, and it's really symmetrical, just straight. But with forward molding, the front portion is longer, which means the holster is kind of bent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is little bent.
Little bit of it.
And yeah, it is bent. So in the end, it's the same. It will rotate your grip more snugly towards your body, and so you are able to concealed carry it better under the jacket.
And that's with the inside and the outside waistband, both of them.
I'm sorry.
That claw and the articulation is with both.
Yeah, claw. Yeah, claw is only for inside the waistband holsters, and forward molding is for all pancake style holsters. So inside the waistband and also outside the waistband. Okay.
I'm going to have to look for a picture with that image of the claw, and maybe I'm going to have to order one with that so I can test it out. You
don't have to order.
I do. I have to get in touch with you. So for the listeners, as media and as a writer, I've worked with Falco, and I have a shoulder holster, as I mentioned when we started, that I actually, as a woman, it's hard to get shoulder holsters to fit. But I do use that shoulder holster when I'm hunting and whenever we have handgun hunts here in Colorado for mountain lion and different stuff like that. There are other big game animals we can hunt with a handgun, but it's nice to be able to have my hands free so I can climb, so I can move when I'm in the mountains. So that's primarily when I'm using that shoulder holster, because with my small body, it's hard to get a good jacket that has structure to kind of make sure that that's not printing. And so that's something, if you're a woman, I'm not sure if it's the same for men, but for a woman, it depends on your curves and your body shape, how you get that to fit. So I've been working with you guys for a while on that. And now that I've worn it more and I'm going to adjust this side up and I'm going to adjust this side down. And I've really gotten it where it's very comfortable. And in the winter, if I have my thick jackets, I can conceal it. But when I have some more lightweight jackets, it's not as easy to conceal.
Yes. It is primarily good for concealed carry during winter, as you say. But I really appreciate that you like to wear it and carrying it during hunts. I'm not a hunter myself, but from what I heard, it is really essential to have free hands and free hips even. That I don't know. Did you try the chest holster?
I have not tried a
Like
chest
ever?
holster. No, I've never tried a chest holster. And
That might be good as well.
I'm thinking about, so for a chest holster, how does that work for women? Is it just depend on your body shape also?
I would say so, yeah. Overall, it should be good, but that one is not for concealed carry at all. It
Right.
has to be on top of your jacket.
Right.
But it should work.
And so,
You can
and I'm
try it.
thinking with the chest holster also, for a lot of my friends that are mountain biking and hiking, also just outdoors recreating, there's more and more here. I live in Colorado in the United States, and here there's more and more stories of people that somebody was killed by a bear recently. There's mountain lion attacks, and in other states there have been people killed by mountain lions. And so I'm thinking, I mean, not just for hunting, but for self-defense. I mean, maybe when I'm hiking, I don't necessarily need to conceal it. But is that something you're seeing? Are people wanting something like that for defense while they're outdoors?
Definitely, yes. That's one of the reasons why I have license, because we have overpopulated bears as well. So the same is happening here. A lot of bears, a lot of injuries, even deaths from bears. So yeah, we immediately saw that the chest holster is being it's moving a lot more after that happened. Everybody wants to have pistols with themselves and fast access, which chest holster definitely provides.
And so that's something. Do you guys have any videos of the chest holsters, or anything where we could look and see how they work? Okay.
Yes. On our YouTube channel, the link should be under the video, right, or under the podcast in the article. So on our YouTube channel, the most recent video shows light-bearing chest holster. Yeah, it is well shown in use, how to draw from it, how to wear it, and who is it made for in the first place.
Yeah. And I think I had even talked to you in the past. I'm on an outdoor round table here in our state, and we have an outdoors conference that we do every year. And I want to do that as one of the sessions or seminars, is to talk about this, but I don't yet have enough experience with it to be the one to lead something like that. But I definitely want to learn more about it, because I think it's something that people are going to be more interested in as time goes by, at least in this area. And as I said, in the news, there's so much about people being attacked by wildlife that I don't know necessarily that it's, if they're worried about being attacked by a human as they are a wild animal. And I don't know are you on social media very much, where recently there was this trend of asking, are you more scared of a man or a bear, or, who would you want to be alone with, or something like that. So it's something that I'm always curious, I don't know who is more dangerous.
So you are not sure? Are you saying?
I'm not afraid of very much, honestly.
Well,
but
that's
probably as we
answer.
started, because I usually carry a gun with me, so I'm like,
yeah, that's why. Yeah.
With the different holsters, as I said, I'll link the video, or I'll put it in the video on the YouTube part of this chest holster. I'll find that video and share it with you guys that are listening. But what are some other holsters that maybe we should visit about, or other features with the enhanced series? Is there anything else that is really important for those?
So yes, we kept all the handguns. They like the holsters, enhanced leather timeless holsters can be custom made for over 3,000 handguns and 50 lights. That was the same for old series, but now they are all compatible also with red dot sights, because that's where the market is going. Everybody wants to have handgun equipped with everything, all the rails used. So now it is possible with all of them. And also they all feature open bottom, which prevents accumulation of dust and dirt and allows usage of threaded barrels, because silencers are starting to be more and more popular as well.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, suppressor. How would I carry it if I had a suppressor? And I have suppressors, but not for my handgun. So that's very interesting. Obviously, there's a market for that. And what are some other of the features there?
One of the most important things is that we did everything we could to enhance the lifespan of the holsters. The old Timeless series was able to last you really for decades when you treated it and oiled it as time went. But now we reinforced it with stitching. Like you can see it in the pictures. Stitching is on the all points that are under distress, and that will make them last longer. Even a harness on the shoulder holsters is stitched all around, so it wouldn't deform at all over the years. We changed the colors they are available in. They will come in tan brown, saddle brown, and black. So it will be a little different. I had opportunity to try them in the saddle brown, and under the normal like room light they look just dark brown. But when you come out, I was really surprised they even shine, like there is little violet in it. It's really interesting. And I know it's the beauty isn't everything with holsters, definitely not, but it adds nice touch to the holster.
It is a nice touch. And I imagine not many people see the holsters when we're wearing them, but it is, to me, and maybe because I'm a woman, but when I saw the Falco holsters, like they're beautiful, you know, and that's what drew me to them, was like they're beautiful. And so nobody's really seeing them except for me, but I love it because it's beautiful. And then it fits my gun. It holsters well, they hold in there, and they're comfortable. You know, and so I don't know, I'm all about quality, and that quality, it gives me a confidence when I'm carrying my gun, because it's comfortable, it's secure, and as you mentioned, the safety features in there, and mine's one of the older ones, but it feels good when I'm wearing it. And so I don't know for the listeners if that's something that you care about, but to me, it's something that I care about. I really like that quality and the beauty of the holsters. So.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you very much. I believe I have it around the same. Nobody sees inside the waistband holster, for example, but you feel good that you have your handgun in a nice holster. That's for sure, and you can rest assured that it's the quality one, that it will last, and you wouldn't have any issues with it. Yes.
So I have a question for you, since you primarily concealed carry, and in Slovakia you have your license to carry concealed carry. Do you carry different methods like all the time? Like right now you have your shoulder holster. Do you carry inside or outside, or does it depend on how you're going to carry your gun?
So in Slovakia, there is a law that once you have a license to carry, you can only concealed carry. There is no open carry at all. Only at the shooting range. So that's it. And so from what I saw, people tend to lean more towards off-body carry methods. There is a lot of bags and fanny packs and things like that. Leather is not as popular as anorganic materials like Kydex and nylon. So that's definitely different from the States. I tried like off-body carry from the beginning as well. I don't know if you tried it ever. It's definitely the best like entry to the concealed carry, because you are not sure, like people will see it under the shirt, or you don't know what to do with that pistol, how to carry it like confidently. So it feels the time until you gain experience and confidence to do it. Like I found use for bags definitely in that way.
Last year at SHOT Show, like I was drawn to one of your bags that, again, quality stuff, and it's just so beautiful. But that's what I was going to say for the listeners. There's so much more than just holsters. You guys also have fanny packs and crossbody bags and different products. And can you tell us a little bit about those and let us know about the designs?
Yes, well, you can find a lot of styles of bags, from shoulder bags to chest bags, fanny packs, even bags that attach to your belt. They are all equipped with compartment specific only for your handgun. This compartment has a zipper coming all around. Only it is like stitched only in one wall, and this makes it possible to rapidly open it. And we have it the same with all the bags. There is a nylon string, pull string, coming from the inside, and when you catch it and pull it, it will open the wall back, and nicely you can just draw and use your firearm. So yeah, there are different models. Some have more pockets, some have less pockets, but overall they are all available in multiple color options, so it fits with your wardrobe and doesn't scream that, hey, she has a handgun. When it's blue, people tend to not see it as much, for example.
I like how you mentioned that an off-body carry is a great way to be introduced, because we have a responsibility when we're carrying a firearm that, we're responsible for that. And it does make you nervous when you first have it on your body, because you're more concerned about whether people can see it. You're worried about how it feels. There's a lot to do with that. So those off-body options are very nice. And I'm talking about holsters as though every day that's what I carry is with a holster. But sometimes my outfits just don't work if it's every day, and I want to wear this one specific thing. So then we'll go to something off-body. And with that, I'm more concerned about not letting go of my bag. And so that's where those bags that attach to you are very important, because you can be comfortably carrying the bag without worrying about setting it down somewhere and worrying about somebody getting into your bag or something like that. So it definitely, there's so many things to think about when we're carrying a firearm. And you mentioned that you can only have something that is exposed when you're training or you're at the range. What kind of training are you doing with your concealed carry, like over the years and since you've gotten more into it? What kind of training do you do for your firearm?
So from the law, you don't have to train at all. Like you don't have to go through any license or training. I mean, at the police station, they will just make sure that you know how to load gun, operate it, cock it, and how to shoot, how not to point at other persons. But other than that, they don't care about your training. So of course, I wanted to be a shooter now when I have a handgun, so I have to be good at it. So my brother-in-law was or is a sport shooter, so he immediately told me that I have to try it. We went to the shooting range, and now I'm precision shooter. Yeah, we are shooting with one hand. It's different from like when you shoot in defense with both hands. But it's all about the bullseyes.
That's nice that you have somebody to train with and to keep you going and help you improve. I think that's really great.
Yeah. He learned me a lot, honestly. So yeah, I'm in club now in Pardini, Slovakia. I don't know if you know them. They make like sports handguns, air guns, the 22 LR guns. Like it's everything about sports handguns.
And what's the name again?
Pardini. They are from Italy.
Okay. Yeah. When you guys come over to the United States, what are some big things that you see that are different than where you live?
Well, this is a hard one because honestly, we both have democracy and capitalism. So like we have the same products overall, like almost identical cars and everything. Only the infrastructure is different. Because in Europe you tend to see old buildings. In US it's mostly new buildings, and other than that it's around the same, to be honest. It's bigger country, and US citizens are definitely more proud of their flag and nation, like you treat your military better. You have discounts for veterans. We don't have anything like that. So yeah, you care more about the state than we do.
That's interesting.
But other than that,
no, I wouldn't have even thought of that. It's very interesting, and I think you're right. And just thinking of other countries that I visited, and in a lot of countries that is a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Were you ever to the Europe?
I have been to Europe, but not to Slovakia. So that's something I'm very curious. What are some things that we should know about where you're from?
Well, Slovakia is only a small country, but you get everything in there. Like in small piece of land, we have big mountains and also narrow fields, beautiful nature, beautiful people, possibility to concealed carry, which is always appreciated in Europe. Right now, we are only three states that really support gun ownership, and it's Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Poland. Other than that, I didn't heard that it's near impossible to get a firearm in Europe. Mm-hmm. So we are lucky to live in here, and we are glad that it's like that.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And so with to me, I just feel like I need to go visit and check it out for myself. But with the outdoors and nature, I mean, I love outdoors. Is there what would I do outside if I went to visit?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So other than hikes in mountains, you can mountain bike, you can ski, even free ride ski if you are open to. We are hunters. Even falconry is still present in Slovakia. It's right now it's like local thing in Banská Štiavnica, where the company is. It still lives mainly because of the elementary school that teaches falconry. But I think that's unique. Nobody hunts with falcons anymore, and it stayed like a tradition in here.
And so they're teaching falconry at school.
Yeah, it's really unique. In any other school, it's only here, like local thing. They teach how to raise falcons, how to teach them all the signals, how to work with them. They even breed them. Like children can do everything with these species. It's unique, wonderful, and I like it. I'm thinking I will put my son into that school, honestly.
That's so neat. And it's, to me, I like that it's probably not necessary, but I think it's important to teach traditions. And so I think that's really great that they're showing that tradition and how it works. Falconry, do you guys make any of the products like the armband or the leather guard for falcons to land on? Do you guys make those?
Yes, not anymore, but that's how the company started, because our original, father of our CEO, he started the company because there was lack of falconry gloves on the market, and he was teacher at the school where it was like elementary subject in the same school, I think. So they didn't have gloves, so he told himself he will start to make them. and we still have few models in this stock. We don't make them anymore. We might, list them again, but we moved on. It naturally came from hunting with falcons. It is tied with hunting with handguns. So he started to do holsters and everything like that. And yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah,
I had never connected that to the name of the company, honestly, even though I've seen the pictures of falconry and stuff like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, so once you come to Slovakia, we will be happy to be your hosts and show you like falconry gloves, everything.
So in your home country where you're at, what are some of your favorite things to do there?
The most favorite thing is be with my family, to be honest. I have a small daughter and son and beautiful wife. So yeah, I spend most of my time in Falco Holsters, like the first family and second family at home. But other than that, my hobbies, if you are asking for that, is mountain biking and freeride skiing. Yeah.
That's so fun. Is your family, are your children big enough to go with you yet, or are they still a little bit too small?
Yeah, son is 3 years old, so I'm starting to teach him how to properly be on a bike. But other than that, only except for walks, we don't share too much outdoors time so far. Yeah, only walks and so on, because daughter is too small to be too much outside and everything. So
well,
it will change. I definitely plan to teach them everything.
Absolutely. I see a lot in your future that you're going to be doing.
Yeah, I even tried to teach him to shoot from the Nerf gun, like in precision style with one hand, but it ended up that he doesn't want to know to shoot precisely. He wants to be Spider-Man. So yeah, I will try again. maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but hopefully.
That's so great. Well, and I'm sure that probably will come with time. Give him time.
Yeah.
I love it. Martin, thank you for spending some time with me today. I know that you are super busy in all your work and what you do. And so I really appreciate you taking some time to share your family life, a little bit of glimpse into your personal life, because I don't know that side of you. So it's nice to learn more about you. And it's something that I think we often forget is about that those things that are so important to us, which for me also is my family. So I think that's great that they're so important to you as well, and that you're going to be sharing the outdoors with them, and maybe bikes, and maybe learning how to not be Spider-Man but shoot the gun. That's so fun. Is there anything else about Falco or anything that you guys have done recently that we haven't talked about that you think would be important to share?
There are news all the time because we develop new products like on monthly basis. We release new things. So stay tuned to our social media, to our YouTube channel, and yeah, you will be on top of every information. Yeah,
absolutely. And so
Mia,
for the listeners, I'll share links to that. And so that they can find you guys. And go ahead and finish your thought. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank you and appreciate you for calling me here and to spend time on this podcast. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I'm so glad to have you and to learn more about you and more about Falco. Thank you.
Hey, this is Lloyd Bailey, the Armed Lutheran, host of the Armed Lutheran Radio podcast, reminding you that the podcast you're listening to is a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network. Check out all the great content at selfdefenseradio.net.